Don't turn that dial, you're watching MX Unfiltered. It's not really a dial, it's more of a click, 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 click. But Tomac, he might not have the red plate, but what he does have is an effing cop car, because midway through the moto, he just flips on the sirens and everybody just gets the fuck out of the way. I really think that that's his strategy, is get a midway good start, move up to the top of the field in about 15 minutes, make sure that they're fairly close together, and then boom, just drop the hammer. You know, you're like Ragnarok with Thor here, and he just explodes. But if you look at the lap times, it's not like he gets really any faster. He just doesn't fall off the pace. He's just the little engine that could. Maybe he's actually the real Diesel, not Dungey. You know, it's not a diss against Dungey, because we all know Dungey's the man. However, then you look at Kenny, he drops 10 seconds a lap. 10 effing seconds. You know, maybe he needs a stop off at a juice bar midway through the moto and revitalize with some vitamin B12 something. You know, have a Starbucks double cappuccino shot in between motos maybe to help too. It's ironic. It's just interesting, man. Just interesting. Be like, if after motocross, Tomac should just go do GNCCs. 2 hours, 3 hours. He's got it in the bag. He doesn't slow down. He's Superman. But no, there was some standouts, and I really think that the number one standout is Anstein. This is a guy that has struggled with the whole Butler Racing team that's not, the na-na-na-na-na-na, and he was second fastest qualifier. Second fastest qualifier, and then he was 5.5, right? Amazing, incredible job. And then you got Plessinger, that last year he was having a pretty good run. He got on the podium a few times, and this year he's been kind of struggling. I know it's only round 6, but you're only as good as your last race in this sport. So him going 7.3, I thought that was really impressive. And I'm also impressed with Craig. We know Craig is a good 450 rider, but he was out front, ended up third that first moto. I say that's a win-win. And I guess one of the things I have to address is there's no copyright strikes being done on YouTube for the races. Why do you think that possibly is? Well, you need the viewers to watch the effing race. You know, you need to have some sort of excitement there. And most of those people that upload the race onto the internet, they leave in the commercials. And so it's kind of a win-win. Mav TV blows harder than the hooker down the street. That was a bad joke. No, but it's interesting. You know, I know Davey Coombs was talking on Vital about like, hey, we can't do the whole YouTube thing because you can't make enough money with ad revenue. Yeah, the cost per mile, the CPMs, when it comes to viewership, you know, you get paid per 1,000 views. But it's not about that. It's about having, hey, you have this many subscribers. You can say, hey, we're going to get 300,000+ views per race. That's when you go to companies, maybe even outside companies. It doesn't even have to be involved in the motorcycle industry to add ads, to sponsor these videos. Yes, I know, then it brings a little bit more onto you to hire cameramen and everyone. Maybe you do hire some of the people from Mav TV or some of the crew. You rent the equipment, but you still put it on YouTube. I think it's a work in progress, and nobody effing cares about cable anymore. No. This is integrating and thinking ahead rather than just trying. This is where I feel the sport suffers, is because they're worried about next week's paycheck, where they're not worried about the next year plus years. How do we innovate? Because innovation costs money, and you have to be able to survive. Like, you know, you look at Tesla or any Microsoft, and when they were in their infancies, Amazon didn't become a net positive company for 20 effing years. Right? You can't focus on accruing debt and it's not good and then try to get ahead. It seems like it doesn't work that way. And I really think that motocross and supercross are really missing something with having some sort of a platform just streaming 100% on the internet. Yeah, I do know Peacock and blah, 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 blah. That's why they're essentially asking for help. by a streaming platform. They're like, hey, you take some of the responsibilities and then we're just going to keep doing what we're doing because we're not a streaming company. We just are a sport, right? It makes perfect sense, but you hire the right people to get involved and make it happen. I know some YouTubers that granted have quite a bit more subscribers than American Motocross, and their sponsorships per video, they ask $50K per video. $50K per video. The money is there. You just have to go find it. Do I think motocross could get $50K in an advertisement per race uploading it? Maybe not at first, right? And that's not even on top of some of the other stuff that they can do with the actual ad revenue for not just the sponsored video. But I believe $50K would pay for the TV crew to come out there and do it, right? Just the thought there, just a tidbit of a thought, you know, hypothetically speculating because I don't have the numbers in front of me. And you would think that you would again, if you were transparent and showed the numbers, boom, you could go to somebody and say, hey, here's the viewers, blah, 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 blah. This is what we can advertise for. And as far as the 250s go, I was wrong. I thought Hunter was going to run away with it, but instead he ran into Robertson. Or Robertson ran it. Actually, he ran it in, but cross jump, whatever, somebody's in front of you. That's just how shit happens sometimes. Jet goes 1-1. I would have to say that the true standout would be Kitchen. I loved it, Kitchen. You know, he was outside, he was barbecuing. You know, he had the burners on 1000. He was all over Jet's ass until he ran out of propane and the shit turned off. You know, it's kind of what happened. But he was up front for a while. So go Kitchen. Come on, Gordon Ramsay this shit. Be a little bit more aggressive and put people on the ground. I want to see some brake checks from you. And let's get some moto wins. I'm sure Star Racing Yamaha would love it. All right? They're used to winning. They want to win. This HRC Honda stuff, they look like they're going to win, though. Anyway, this is your host, Johnny Hopper. Thank you for watching MX Unfiltered. If you like this content, feel free to support the channel by going on the Patreon. You know, $1 to join the community, $5, $10 to be able to see some of the race notes, and we talk about all sorts of cool shit. But if inflation's got you worried, I completely understand. So just hit that subscribe button, make a comment down below, and keep it WFO. Whoa! You know, I like bropping. I really do. I know a lot of people out there, they don't like bropping. But could you imagine just walking down the street? You know, people, they're not going to mess with you. They're absolutely not going to mess with you. They're going to be like, this guy's effing crazy.